Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight for the Demonicon presentation. My name is Mark Burrow. I'm executive producer at Lumina Studios.
And I'm Johannes Bickley. I'm the project manager at Lumina Studios. Hi from Germany.
To let you just know about Lumina, we are a wholly owned subsidiary of Calypso Media based in Berlin. The studio has been founded in 2009 and the development of Demonicon started in 2010. Let me just give you a brief overview of what we'll be showing you in the next 20 to 30 minutes. We'll be playing the final version of the game, loading save games of several levels so you get an idea of the game world, the main character, the story. We'll be also talking a lot about the game mechanics like the magic and combat system, questing, alchemy, and a lot of things more.
Also, let me mention that the Dark Eye is a license we are using from a really famous pen and paper role-playing game. It's really famous here in Germany, also in Europe. Outside of Europe, not so much famous, but we are really proud to do a game based on this license. Really cool. So now we are heading into a game. Mark will choose a difficulty setting. Let's see, hard, okay. We'll see how that will turn out. So now have fun.
In the name of Saint Borbarad, his forbidden knowledge and his divine power, today is the day of the first paladin. From this day on will blood wake blood. Freedom through pain, power through will. Every human a mage. Upon this altar do I offer my tribute. Flesh unborn, souls pure and unblemished. In eternal Borbarad's name. Atoki Oruk Zulgarok, Oxaraminja, Idiz, Raki Zulgarok.
Almost 20 winters have passed since Borbarad covered East Aventuria with a pall of undeath and corruption. Those who fought were crushed. Those who capitulated became villains in their own right. Only those who fled escaped the endless column, in which the dead did march from battlefield to battlefield. The demon crown, symbol of his dominion, burst under the god's blade's seventh stroke. Out of the ruins of his empire arose the cursed Shadowlands. Terrible warlords fought for power, bringing fates far worse than mere death upon those living there. And so it was that we too fled. All your lives fled until the war goddess Rondra's knights freed the city of Warrung. Here we might live, finally find peace, Chiron. We must not fail.
So this was the intro movie. Now we're heading into the tutorial of our game.
She ran here. That's all I know. I guess she didn't like that marriage your father arranged.
My family is none of your business.
So this
all
is
right,
the first dialogue. On the right side, you
can I
see
go
Chiron,
now?
our main
Not
character.
yet. That
He
gate.
really had
Where
a
does it lead?
tough childhood.
deeper tunnels of Moloch
He
Mountain.
learned to fight at an
That's
early
all I
age,
can tell you.
so we are
Never
not
dared
really
going
clear
down
at this
there.
moment what his
Well,
father had in
I'll
mind
get
with him
around.
and his sister
The
Calandra.
gate is closed
But
for
be
a
sure
reason.
during the
Moloch
game you will
Mountain
find
is
out
full of
what's
danger
behind
and
this.
dark.
The tutorial
Dark
is
Mother, your
located
sister
in,
could be dead
inside a
already.
cave system
Listen to
with
me.
many enemies.
I will go in
This cave is
and I
called
will
the
leave
Moloch Mountain,
with her.
but we'll
And
now
you
load a save game
can go now.
outside this level to show you a different place. It is actually the city of Warrung, which is located on top of Moloch Mountain. So we are just leaving the cave, heading into the city. Here we are, city of Warrung. Welcome. You see the temple in front of you. And I have to tell you, Varung is located not in the nicest part of Aventuria, the world Demonicon is playing in. It's really the area is called the Shadowlands. It's an area where death and also the undead, decay and nightmares rule. So here we are on the graveyard, as you can see. This is already a nicer part of town. So outside there's a huge refugee camp where the plague is spread and disease is going around. And the city guard is really making sure that no one without money or without citizenship can get inside. Also on top of the mountain you can see the upper parts of the city, which are even more exclusive. Only the richest people can be found there. And later in the game you can actually go there. Here Mark is now walking towards the guardhouse. Here you see the chief of the guard. And I have to tell you, Demonicon is full of decisions. You have to make decisions throughout the game. And there will never be only a good side and an evil side. So for example here you can join the guard, but you can also choose to work for the bandits. But if you think the guards are only good guys, no, there's also corruption and so on. So you always have to make tough decisions, changing the whole storyline of our game. Now we're heading into the market area, and on the left side, Mark, can you show that? There's a plant, and he tries to pick it up, but actually he doesn't have the talent to get this plant. So we will talk a bit about the talent system, but go on a bit into the market area. Here you see many little shops. The herb cranny on the right side will sell you herbs you can use for potions later. But I suggest we get a better weapon just coming out of the tutorial. What do you think about that, Mike?
Absolutely, I very much want a better weapon, and looks like I might get one just here. So let's
do you even know which end of a sword to hold?
Had seen fit to make them collapse under the thunder of the
so
trumpets
what
of
I would like to have is a solid longsword. As you can see on the right hand side, it does more damage than my current weapon. Unfortunately, it is quite expensive and I don't have that much money. That's why the price is marked in red. So I have to find out a way how to buy it anyway. I could obviously sell some stuff or do some more questing to get some money. But before we do that, we'll try to improve our odds when talking to traders.
Yeah, so we show you our talent screen. So Mark is opening the character screen, and here we are. You see many attributes on the left. On the right side are our talents. Also, please note that at the bottom you see AP for adventure points, which are the experience points we have in our game. So whenever you solve a quest, you do combat, you use your talents, you will get more adventure points, and you can invest these into your talents. So we have talents like Legend Lore, we'll talk about that later, Plant Lore, Medicine, which you can use to heal, Perception, which is used to find traps, Fast Talk to persuade NPCs, and here's the Haggle talent, which we can use at the merchant to get better prices.
As you can see, we've stocked up on adventure points quite a bit, so I can easily raise the Haggle talent to rank 3, which gives me a merchant discount of 13%, which can be seen on the lower right hand side. So I'm leaving this menu now and talk to the trader again.
Do you even know which end of a sword to hold?
Here you see the result. The trade icon has turned green. Also you see that you now have the necessary rank for haggling. So let's trade and see what happens.
So the solid longsword, which was 26 before, is now 22 and something, but I
still not enough, huh?
Still cannot afford it, so I have to sell some stuff. I'm going to sell this copper club. Some of you might have noticed that the value here has gone up, so the haggle skill works both ways. It gives me a discount for stuff I'm going to buy, and it gives me better prices for stuff I'm selling. I still need more money. I have a lot of stuff that I don't really need. I will sell that. There's a sell all button. Still, I'm still short of some coins, so if I sell this piece of armor, that should do it. And yes, I can finally buy the solid longsword.
22 ducats.
Done.
Now we also will directly equip the new sword in our inventory screen. And we have many different kinds of weapons in the game. There are two main categories. One is edged weapons like swords or daggers. The other one is blunt weapons like clubs or maces. So you can really decide what you want to use. The benefit of swords is you have a faster attack, while the slower axes and maces will do a lot more damage when you actually hit. So decide what you prefer. Both work really fine. It depends on your taste. But now, as you already see, we'll load another save game. Actually, we will jump into a later part of our game. I think this is like in the last third of the game. So this is the Cloister. It's a huge monastery of the Church of Barbarat. And you can already see Chiron has leveled up a lot.
And he's not only leveled up, he's gotten much better equipment. As you can see, his shiny full plate armor and a mean looking axe on his back with much better stats than the solid longsword I just bought earlier, which I'll dire need in the upcoming combats.
If you walk up these stairs, you see this giant statue. This is Barbarat himself, one of the bad guys in our world. He's the leader of the church, following his name, Church of Barbarat, and this church was really into blood magic, meaning they are not using arcane power, they are using real human blood to do magic, and this is his mantra, which means every human a mage, meaning if you use human blood you can do magic, which is really bad. But the nice thing that we are now here in the monastery is we can do a lot of combat, so we can spawn a lot of demons, and Mark will now trigger a fight and we'll show you our combat system. Okay, and now you can see we have 3 bars at the bottom for health, endurance and demonic spell power. On the right side, whenever Mark is doing an attack, you can see a number going up, 1, 2, 3, right? This is our hit chain. The hit chain is really important during combat. So it can be used for several things. So if you fight and you time your attacks in the right rhythm, you can do more damage. The higher the number gets, you do more damage. The second thing you can do, you can regain your magic power. So currently it's already filled up. Now Mark used the spell. You can see with each attack and a higher hit chain, he will regain essence. This is really important. So for the third thing, when you have a full essence bar, you can also regain health. So without taking any potion or any healing spell or whatever, you can regain health. So this will make your fights a lot easier and a lot more strategic. Some more demons spawning from the ground here. I think they look pretty tough. I think we should get another spell. Can you go to the character screen, Mark?
Certainly.
Okay, let me introduce first. I already showed you the adventure points. Spells are leveled up using gift points, because Chiron, the main guy, is using a demonic gift, so it's called gift points, GP. And these points can be invested in leveling up.
And you'll get more gift points the more spells you use in combat, so it depends a bit on your way of playing, which points you'll have available to skill your character. So here you see the different spells. You've already seen the Ice Lance in action, freezing up the enemy. You've already seen Demonic Aura, which makes Chiron faster and more powerful. But what I want now is the Nova spell, since it is very good to get some room because it pushes enemies away, and there are a lot of enemies here right now who try to gang up on me and push me into a corner. All spells have some special perks which can be used to make the spells even more powerful and customize them a bit to your playing style. So I'm going to choose this perk, assign the spell to a button, and off we go.
Perks are really cool, so with just investing little gift points you can do a lot more damage and so on, and it's really good. So now Mark's already using the Nova spell. There it is. It gives really nice AoE damage, and as you see, it's pushing back the enemies. I tell you, when you're in a corner surrounded by enemies, there's no chance getting out without a spell like this. Yeah, you will die pretty soon. There's an Iceland, you see, there's a frozen enemy now. Also some acid on the floor, you have to avoid it. It will do extra damage to you. There we are. The fight is over. You see, you get adventure points and gift points when you successfully complete a fight. You also get some loot after the fight. We are now heading back into the courtyard. The blue things you can see are portals, which will help you to travel easily through the monastery. And here's the next fight waiting, where we show you the endurance, which is the green bar at the bottom of the screen. So endurance will be used when you use your throwing knife, your ranged weapon, as you see now. So each use of your throwing knife will cost some endurance, and the green bar will increase. But there's another thing we have to use, or we can use, it's combat moves. We will level up some of our combat moves and enter the character management screen again.
Here are my combat moves. As you can see, I've already skilled some. I have the Strike of Wrath, which is a very powerful stroke, but to be a bit more flexible, I'm going to level Stunning Blow, which actually paralyzes my enemies and gives me another tactical option in the fights. Similar to the spells, there are perks here as well, which I'm going to use now. And again, I'll assign the maneuver, and off we go.
Okay, now try out the combat move from these guys. There's one hit. Try to paralyze one of these demons. Yeah, there's you see the small demons falling on his back. So this gives you precious time in a fight. When you're surrounded also, you can push them on their back using these combat moves, giving you more time to control the fight. And control is really important again. You see, there are small demons, but there are also these magicians. If you concentrate on killing the small demons, you will not win the fight. You have to use your strategy, kill the magicians first. They will summon new demons all the time. On top of that, they are protecting themselves with a magic shield. So time your attacks. Make sure when to attack, when to use your magic power, when to use your combat moves, your endurance. Now you see, this is the magic shield. No chance to do any physical damage right now. Also the magician is using this huge spell, his souls sucking out from the nether health, your energy. Okay. That's it. Another fight won. So let's see another part of the game. Let's load a save game, and this will lead us to a part to a level which is called the Swamp. Swamp is an area early in the game, so we are jumping back to the beginning of the game, and this area you already see it's really green and dark. It's ruled by a holy man. His name is Gamut. He's using the inhabitants of this swamp for his evil plans. So you have to know, most of the inhabitants of the swamp have a disease, a plague, and he's promising them a cure. But actually, he's not curing them, he's turning them, you will see now, into zombies. Yeah, zombies working in an excavation mine. They're looking for an artifact which will help the holy man in his evil plans. Right now, you will already see kind of, let's say, attractive zombie. Where are you? There she is. This is Latika, and we'll soon talk to her, showing you our dialogue system. But before that, in dialogues you can also use your talents to find out more. So Mark will now enter the character screen again the talent screen and show you how he's raising the legend lore talent, which is on top here.
Legend lore is a talent that gives you more information about the game world, enemies, special characters. So I was already quite competent at this, and now I'm really competent because I've raised it to rank 4, which should be enough to get a special option in the upcoming dialogue, so we can use the talent.
Yeah, there she is. Now the dialogue will start.
Hello, handsome.
My name is Chiron, and you are not like the others here.
Yeah, she really isn't.
If you
Well,
mean
for
that
one
I'm
thing, she can
prettier,
talk.
Daughter.
You know,
And there are many dialogues in the game,
So
right? But
ask
we are
it
also
what-
doing more than just telling the story. Also,
Oh,
all our
that's easy.
decisions, the decisions the
Damn it,
players can
in
do,
the pit.
are triggered in dialogues. There are also
Blame
talents.
his
So talents will tell us more. Don't worry, you can always cancel these dialogues, jump to the next fight. But we want more information. Many of our players are telling us they love to get the whole role-playing feeling, getting more information. So let's find out a bit more about Latika, so we can choose the dialogue
Yes,
down
but
here.
poor souls.
Mark is
They have as much
skipping
in
some of the
Cunt.
sentences
Nice.
till we reach the Legend Law skill check. There we are. You see, it's again marked in green. We can select it, and Latika is telling more about her soul.
Do you know what Gamut promised the Archdemon?
And this is
Covenant?
only available for players
Your-
that at this point in the story have already skilled up the Legend Lore talent.
I need
And
to
there are
talk-
many of these talents
If the
used throughout our
maybe you're-
dialogues.
Once
But don't
So-
worry, you don't have to note down all this
make
additional information. It's
Just
really a lot. You
Well
can
then.
find out a lot about the story, about the world you're playing in. But for this reason, to keep the information, we have created the Codex, which is the book you're currently seeing. Everything's noted down. You get information, it's marked. Here you see information about the Holy Man Gamut. You get information about monsters and so on. But not only telling more about the history, it's also giving away weak spots. So if you have trouble fighting a certain type of monster, go into the Codex, use the information to find the weak spot. It will be really helpful. Okay, so now we want to fight some more, and to make this easier, let's craft a potion, I suggest.
Absolutely. Before we do that, we want to get some more recipes. There are 2 talents that are tied to that. One is Legend Lore, you already know. The second one is Plant Lore, which also allows us to pick up plants if skilled. You might remember the plant back in Varung, and as you can see, I raised the rank, got a new recipe. I raised it to rank 4 and got some more recipes. Having done that, I'll go to the alchemy menu. As you can see here on the left hand side are my recipes. I can brew healing potions, I can craft poisons or stimulants that make me stronger, but now I want some poison to add to my weapon for a poisoning effect. You can see the highlighted potions are the ones I can brew right now. I'm fine with 2 rotting toadstool poisons, so I brew them, and now I've exhausted my supply of ingredients, which I can either buy at a store or pick up in the game world using the plant lore skill. What I need to do now is actually apply the poison. So here it is, and I can currently only apply it to my ranged weapon because my club is not modified to be poisonable, but that's fine for now, so I do it, and now I have for some time a poison effect on my throwing weapon, which I probably need in the upcoming fight.
Yeah, I think so. I think there are many enemies coming up. So there's 6 wolf lizards, and I have the feeling, since you're in the swamp, there will also be some spiders later. But let's see how the poison is working. For once, you can see the green icon at the bottom of the screen, which is showing the weapon is poisoned. Also, quite obvious, you see these green fog around monsters. Even worse, Chiron now got poisoned by the wolf lizards. They have a poison bite, so this is easy to spot. Whenever you're poisoned, watch your health bar. Poison will decrease your health critically, so always try against that. Use a health potion. Mark just did that. Or another way, as we mentioned before, try to not use your essence and convert it via the hit chain into new health. You can also use your medicine talent, but be careful with that because it will only regain health after a fight. During a fight, this is not working. But once a fight is over, a higher medicine talent will give you more health points back without using any potion. This can save you a lot of money throughout the game. Okay, 2 more spiders. That looks quite easy. You can do it.
No problem with the spiders.
Okay, there you see we got some loot. As mentioned, loot can contain money, weapons, or ingredients. But this can also be, so loot can also be spread throughout our levels. I think if you walk up the stairs, there will be a chest and can give you some more stuff.
Yeah,
it's a trap. Okay. Guys, I have to tell you, we have hidden many traps in our levels. Be careful, often you cannot see them. But there's a way we can solve this. Mark, please show us.
Which brings us to another of our talents, which is perception. Perception lets you notice traps in the game world as well as hidden caches of items or hidden doors, etc. As you can see, I have no clue about perception. I'm still a beginner. So I'll raise this to level 4, which should prevent a situation like you have just seen, namely running blindly into a trap. But just spotting the traps is not enough for me. I also want to be able to disarm them. Therefore I'll need the blacksmith talent, which I also a beginner, so I raise this to 3, which should enable me to disarm this trap.
And conveniently located, there's a button where you can use your blacksmith talent and disarm the trap. There you go. Now we can head up the stairs. Hopefully there's no poisonous darts anymore. No, everything's fine. So we got another healing potion, which is really nice. Always need these in fights. And let's explore a bit more the excavation site. Let's see on the right. Ah, do you see this white glow on the floor? This is your perception skill at work. This is a trap. It's uncovered by the perception skill. Now we can use the blacksmith skill again to disable it. Also easy to find. Here's a button. Oh shit, we don't have the necessary rank. So Mark, let's try to get through the trap without disarming it. Okay,
I made it through. Well, nobody knows whether I make it back.
Okay, we'll jump to another part of the swamp. We want to show you a boss fight. Boss fights are really tough fights. They are special. They are not working like the other fights we have in the game. You need to work even more strategic. So let's see. And let me introduce Gamut, the holy man I was talking about before.
You're free!
And you are dead.
We don't
so you
have
just saw
to
that
fight, brother.
Chiron has this demonic face. He's really
us.
angry, so he really meets the enemy.
Maybe
this changes his looks.
Take my...
I have...
Yeah, let's not talk. Let's fight a little bit. Mark's again skipping the dialogue. I have a good feeling he doesn't look really strong. I think this will be maybe...
Yeah, shouldn't be a problem.
No. Okay. I was wrong again. He's turning into the swamp monster.
Maybe a slight problem.
Yeah. Try out your weapon. Do some damage. Show us. Show how it's done. Okay. There's an attack. Oh you're not doing any damage. And even if you're doing a little damage, these tentacles are healing the boss monster. No chance. There's no chance you can use weapons or magic to kill this guy. So we have to find another way. And do you see these corpses? Those are drowned corpses. Every swamp has them, right? So we will lure them next to the tentacles and they will explode. See that was happening. There's a chain reaction and the explosion will kill the tentacles. Okay, try that again. 1, 2, and gone. Well done. Also, if you attack these tentacles, you not only get poisoned, also they will heal themselves. So also there's no chance to attack the tentacles using spells or weapons. Only one left. Well done. To my corpses, make sure they're close enough, use a ranged weapon. There we are, all tentacles gone. Now we are entering the next phase of this boss combat. Try again to attack using your weapon. Still no chance. Oh, this was a bad hit. Go away. Again, you will have to find a new tactic. But as we are reaching the end of our demonstration, we are not giving away. You should play for yourself. And I hope you have a lot of fun. Actually, I'm certain you'll have a lot of fun. So, thank you for watching. We are now joining the chat. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us to just shoot your questions. We are happy to answer whatever you want to know.
Yeah, thanks for watching and goodbye.
Bye-bye.